Hi, I just got done watching an interesting video by the Thinking Atheist, and the title of the video was "The Invisible God." And I'm not really a Christian, so a lot of this didn't really pertain to me as much as it does Christians. But there was one interesting part where he puts in the beginning of the video, and I was just curious about it. He says, "For God so loved the world, he gave no proof of his existence." And I know that atheists are generally pretty materialistic people for the most part, and kind of use the scientific method almost like a religion unto itself, where you only believe things that you can see, hear, feel, taste, and touch. But I was curious about that, because my idea of God has always been somebody that has created this universe that, and therefore if they created it, they exist outside of the universe. So it didn't really make too much sense. How could you have like proof of his existence? Well, what would you see as proof? I mean, I don't understand that. And maybe that's why you get a lot of weird things with atheists, where they start saying the invisible God up in the sky. Of course, the sky is part of the physical universe, so that doesn't really make any sense. One way to conceptualize what I'm talking about is something that we all do, which is when you go to bed at night, you are going to dream, and you are going to interact in a universe that is completely physical to you. You can see, hear, feel, taste, and touch. All the things that you can do in the physical world, you can do in the dream world. So when you're dreaming, actively dreaming, you're in another physical world, and this world becomes non-physical to you. So, and essentially you are your own God. You have created this universe. So I guess my challenge would be, using the scientific method, how could you go about proving from within the dream world that you exist outside of the dream world? I mean, what kind of physical proof in the dream world could you use to say, aha, here, this is the proof that I need that can show that I'm dreaming? Likewise, in the inverse, I mean, how could you prove from a physical standpoint that you had a certain dream? I mean, what kind of physical proof could you use to say, I dreamt this? Because I would be very interested in that, because essentially this whole physical world could be one big long dream, and when you die, you wake up outside of the physical universe. Just like when you wake up from a dream. You wake up from a dream, you get up out of bed, and you go about your day. So I guess my thinking on that is, if you look at it that way, and look at the physical world as just like one big long dream, and if you die, you wake up outside of that, and then a lot of the things that you're talking about really kind of fall to the wayside. I mean, is there such thing as evil? I mean, you're talking about disease and natural disasters and all these things. Well, if at the end of it, if you die and you just kind of wake up outside of there, I mean, what's really important? Is it, your physical existence, or is it the lessons that you learned from the physical existence? And I think everybody can agree that natural disasters and disease and things like that, they bring about different experiences than if you're just healthy and fine and dandy. You change the environment in which you're in, and you create different scenarios for you. So, again, it's just something to think about. Well, I guess my challenge is, what kind of proof would satisfy you, and could you use that to prove that you had a certain dream? And if so, could you let me know, because I'd be very interested in finding that out myself. And that's really it. Thank you for making the video. It was very interesting. And take care.